You're graduating this year, you're probably looking at the markets going, what am I going to do? How am I going to get a job? That's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. We're going to talk about industries that are hiring right now that are probably looking for talent just like you. We're looking at some industries that are going to be probably lagging behind even when everything gets ready and up and going again. And then we're also going to be talking about some skill sets that you can develop with yourself or with some of your friends today and get ready for one job openings in the market. Hi, my name is Peter Kerbalin, and I'm the co-founder of Plus 5 XP. Our mission is to help students and young professionals gather 5 years experience faster. So we're going to get started with what's happening in the market right now. Of course, COVID-19 is, a pandemic now, and it is, affecting most of the markets right now regarding supply chains, regarding reduction of workforce, and of course, even, missed forecasts. But of course, we also have to think of what's happening also in the oil. Saudi Arabia and Russia are having a little bit of a feud up over there, talking about the world, and the crude oil has dropped like 62% since. This is really affecting a lot of businesses, and especially, if you look at aviation, you look at automotive, these are really big industries that are getting, hurt, and they're going to probably have to be bailed out, especially in the United States. But going in, what does that mean for you? Like when you ask about it when you're a student, what does that mean for me? What does that mean for you as well? And that just means the job market is on pause. It's not dead. It's just, and we need to make sure that like when it shifts to the right, we have to be ready for it. So the hiring that happens in May is going to just go to September to October. And we have to make sure we're ready for that when that comes. So we're going to start talking about some industries that are going to be still hot and still not, which are, public and government. The public and government pretty much has a blank check to do whatever they want right now. You see on the bailouts, you see on the, hospitals, of course, pharmaceuticals is going to be an aspect to that. Even if you're regarding food or you're regarding, delivery, these are areas that are huge right now that you can easily get jobs. Another aspect is technology. The FANG corporations, so Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix and Google, they're not affected by this. Not like, if anything, they're positively affected because everyone's going online. They're not going to be hurt. So if it's a technological corporation that you're looking at, they're still going to be hiring. You can still focus on them. You just have to make sure you have the right skill sets for those companies. Other ones, and then not just industries, but the particular areas, cybersecurity is going to be a great opportunity right now. Why? Everyone's going online and they're going online fast. And because when corporations go online fast and everyone starts using VPN, there's always going to be crazy risks. And I don't think a lot of corporations had every risk looked at yet. So cybersecurity is going to be something very big right now. Now, there's not university degrees specialized for cybersecurity. So this is a great opportunity for you guys to learn online, grab, the certificate you need and execute on that. Next one is e-commerce. E-commerce is going to take leaps and bounds and it's going to go further much in the future, more than anything expected. I was talking to a bunch of people on e-commerce and they're saying this is going to be a great use case for us to, mature and find new opportunities because everyone's rushing to e-commerce right now. So e-commerce, digital marketing, these are great areas for you to focus on. And I hope you take notes of this and then execute. Next one, we're going to talk about areas that are actually going to have some strain and going to take a long time to adjust. This one is going to be aviation and, of course, travel. Right now, no one wants to be trapped in a tube full of people right now during COVID-19. I'm sorry to laugh, but it's a horrible situation. And I feel bad for a business that solely focuses on people very close gathering and sending them out in an area of travel. So as you saw, stock prices of Boeing have went from 360 down to like 90. I know it's coming up, but still because of the bailout, traveling is having a big issue. These are areas that I would not see for the next few, months, even like to 2021. Don't even really look at them. Another one would be manufacturing. Manufacturing needs people on the floor. And it did not care about, 2 meters of distance for social spacing. So this is going to be a huge component for the manufacturing plants of how to be optimized and how to actually execute properly. And I just read news even that Amazon's having issue about their plants. So it's going to be a very, very hard time for them to focus and rehash and see how they transform. Another one is startups. And the reason for startups is not because of the technology aspect or the people aspect, it's actually due to cash. Many startups are very lean and they only have 3 to 6 months worth of cash flow. With this period, I see a lot of pain in these startups. I see a lot of close knit families. I know a lot of them are very close and they don't want to lose each other. So are they going to take, pay down and try to go stock? I don't think it's actually beneficial. So either way, I see a lot of these bigger corporations eating startups for penny, like for cents on the dollar, or they're going to sell themselves to the funds and the hedge funds. And either way, they're just going to lose that branding. So I think there's going to be risk in startups as well. Don't confuse this with scale ups. I'm not talking about, a company with, $100 million of funding. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones that started last year who are still working things out. The last industry I'm looking at is entertainment. Sports, NHL, NBA, any league. NFL, I think is still waiting to see. I think they're going to be okay, but I'm scared to see what training camp is going to be like. But even Cirque du Soleil had to lay off 95% of their people. A lot of these entertainment industries have focused on, well, I have so many places and areas, I'm diversified, but they never thought of if the whole world had the same issue. I can't wait to see them transform. I think there's a great opportunity for entertainment in a year from now, but right now I would not be looking for this at all. So I hope this helps regarding what areas to go to and what stays away. And I hope you actually action these. Now we're going to talk about some skill sets. We're going to talk about the technical, and we're also going to talk about the soft skills as well. More importantly, though, this is a disclaimer. These skill sets are actually for everyone. Now, some people are going to be a little confused because they're going to sound a little, maybe a bit more computer science, but I'm trying to give you skill sets that are going to be needed for the future, especially with these companies transforming after the COVID-19 situation. So without further ado, everyone on the technical side, you need to learn, SQL. So SQL is structured query language, which is a coding language to actually pull data from a database. So there's the understanding of the schema, which I don't think you really have to do, but if you want to learn about it, it's great. But the language itself of how to pull that information out of the database is very, very important. The next thing will be the basics of Python. A lot of students brag about their skills in Excel and VBA, which is okay. But more and more, that's not scalable and sustainable for how much data is coming out, especially with how much e-commerce and marketing data will be generated in the next few months. Python is much more scalable and sustainable. So just the basics of understanding the Python, just take an intermediate or intro course on Coursera or edx.org. That'll be good enough just for you to understand what's going on. The next thing is, after you understand how to take the data, how to transform the data on Python, you need to visualize this on Power BI. The reason why I'm going to tell you Microsoft Power BI is a great tool to use is because it's actually vertically integrated with the Microsoft suite, which is Office, SQL Server aspect, Power BI, and then the whole Azure platform, where Tableau and Click and other Domo and other ones, I don't have an actual vertically integrated aspect to it. And until then, Microsoft will just be hammering it. So with most companies using Microsoft Suite, it'll be easier adoption for you to learn that software. There's a free course on edx.org given by Microsoft. So please go look at that. I'll put them probably in the comments below. On the soft skills, though, I really want to look at, the things that we really don't learn at school, which is how to build a business case. I'm not talking about a case competition or a case study, a business case, which is, there's a 1-pager, which is just a quick outline, but there's also a 7-pager, which is a full diagnostic of what is your idea, how to generate a value proposition, and what is the benefits for the company, what are the costs, what are the assumptions. And that you can Google online. It's a very quick thing to learn. But it's a thought process that a lot of students do not gather, and that's what a lot of industry professionals tell me, that students are not ready to speak this kind of language yet, and that's what 5 years experience is. So if you can learn how to make a business case, understand what KPIs are, so key performance indicators, which are metrics of how I judge success, so success criteria. If you can do that, with the business case and then understanding basics of project management, agile development, and waterfall, this would be a huge push for your brand, push for your competitive advantage when you come back and the jobs open up in your market. Because no matter what job you have, you're going to have to pull data, transform data, visualize data, understanding you're going to have a new idea. So you're going to need to write a business case, understand how to tell your manager, this is how you can judge me on my success criteria with my KPIs, and this is how my project is going to be managed. So I hope you found this video very valuable and you can gather insights and action them. However, if you have any comments, please comment below. I'll be so happy to answer them. Regarding future videos, I would love to see what you comment, and I would love to gather information from my students live when we have our one-on-ones. So I'll be making videos about that. So please subscribe as more videos will be coming. So thank you and have a nice day.